I think most people just live through life just experiencing the moment.
People who are in this, Yechidei Segula subset of...
But we all should be that, though. That's my point. Like, life is not about just getting day by day. It's just getting through this day. Life is about, this day is so important because it is one more step in climbing up that mountain. And there's the top to that mountain, and you plan to get there, even though you won't. But you plan to get there.
But I think, again, it's so important to bear in mind that, even climbing up mountains are not linear, right? Mountains have, side twists and turns. I remember my family went on Choma, hiked this one mountain that it sort of twisted around, and on one side you were exposed to really strong winds that made you feel like you were going to fall off. So, even growth is so not linear in this way.
Yeah,
and we have not just one mountain, right? I'm not just trying to be great as a professional or as a learner or as a family person. I'm climbing several mountains at once, and at the same, these pursuits, these strivings for greatness are not severed from, having experienced a war, a global pandemic.
No, for sure.
And
they all play into that.
I wouldn't want people to hear, what Rebbe is saying, and start to experience the people in their life as obstacles in their mimush atzmi and their tafkid, and
it may also be that
it's very easy to fall into that trap.
I do agree that absolutely, but I think.
And I also don't want to. There is a lot of dignity in, especially during parts of our life, just getting by day, right? In other words, I might experience myself right now as getting through a very difficult tkufa, and I feel bad that I can't, do more, learn more, have more patience, whatever. And my, spouse and my children might not be aware of any of that and still be able to experience me as, as a wonderful, father, or, my coworkers might still experience me as a valued member of the team. And so I can be so I can be so fused with my narrative, right, that I'm not even thinking about, well, how do other people perceive me? Right? I might have one, we have an internal dialogue, right? And we usually our inner voice feels very authoritative, right? That's how I make my decisions in life, right? Is I follow my inner voice of what I think Hashem wants from me, or what I think is important. And I think it's important to realize every once in a while that my inner dialogue is influenced by the experiences that I've had, right? And so maybe because of the experiences that I've had,
or whatever,
who you are. Or if I'm
that's who you are, though.
Who is who you are?
You are who you are.
You are your inner dialogue.
You are your experience. You are right. That inner voice.
No, I'm not my experiences.
To some extent, I think you are. I mean, you experience certain things, which do color how you view the world. This is true.
Right.
Okay, but the way that you make decisions in life is what is the best way for me to follow Ratzon Hashem. Nothing else really matters. Other people matter because they should come into that decision on how we're going to further our connection, to get closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to get closer to God and be a better person.
Yeah.
Everything else is ancillary. Your experiences help color your world, that's true. But it does all come down to, what do I think is the best way for me to get close to God? You can ask advice, but it comes down to you. God is not, how could you expect to make a decision to be better in life and it not be based on what you think is best ultimately? Because you are yourself. Right? It's not Rav Zusha that's trying to be me, or my wife that's trying to be me, or my kids that are trying to be me. I'm responsible for being the best person I can be.